quickest astrology solstice live stream. The quickest solstice live stream. The in-between space. The liminal space. The space between 29 and 0. Between one season and the next. Before I disappear. Into the stratosphere. Into the stratosphere. I gotta go. I gotta hit the road. I am gonna disappear, but I'm wild enough and feeling funny today, really quick, because I'm like, I could press the button and I could go live, and it doesn't matter how many people show up. I could talk about a couple things that are on my mind, and just go from there. And I have a serious time limit. Because of my scheduling, but can I do this? Can I go forward? Can I have my face? Wait a second. Hey, Tara. Is it? Wait, like this? Yes. Ha, ha, ho, hey, ha, 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 ha. Happy solstice. There we go. Now it works. Okay, so, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Whoa, hold up, Nicholas. Hold there. That's a way to capture viewers. That's a way to ring them in without no plans. Nicholas, why don't you like schedule this stuff out a week beforehand? You get as many people as possible on the live streams, and then some things, and you could get more people, more followers. More other people on YouTube channels, astrologers with huge followings, other corporate identities in the astrology world would probably ask you to do stuff with them, but only if you did this, and this. Not this. And definitely not this. So it's alone on the island on this journey in between two seasons in this liminal space. I want to say hi to Tara in chat, to Scorpion Muse. Happy blessed solstice to you. That's why I'm coming on here, just to say that, actually. I want to say what's up, Adam Davis, and what's up for the 13 people that are watching right now. Let me say a couple things here. It's not going to be long. And there's a couple things. I'm going to talk about something that's happening today with Mercury, something that has to do with some solstice, whatever season changes. I don't know. I saw a bunch of posts on Instagram today. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? Like solstice, and like I see acorns, and I see lots of snowflakes and images. And then I'm like, man, what about the southern hemisphere? Like, what about the southern hemisphere? They're not seeing acorns and snowflakes. They're like seeing hot ass sun, because that's where I'd want to be. That's where I want to be. I don't want to be in the sun and cold and fog, or cold, fog, rain, possibly snow in other places. I want the sun. And in one way, we're going to get the sun here because it's switching over here in the northern hemisphere. It's dark, the darkest. I mean, I like that part. I like the darkest. So, but then we know it switches over. It starts to get lighter and lighter and lighter for 6 months here eventually. So, Angela, hello. Glad you are here. And Jay Peterson, thanks. Love the hat too. Create tricks. I do whatever. Myra, hello from Brazil. Delahara Hoffman, happy solstice to you. And Linda, ditto. So, a couple things. I don't know how long. I cannot go past a certain point. I have a certain thing because I have to fight traffic. And I have to get on the road. You know what I'm saying? And that's... NZ Beer Babe, good morning to you. It's definitely morning for me. I'm a little slow today. A little slow. Let's point out something. This chart actually is the solstice here that happens at 7:27:22 seconds p.m. Pacific in December 21st, which means for a lot of you, it's December 22nd when it's going to happen. It's like 7 hours away from right now from when I'm doing this. So let's point out before I talk about that and I don't have anything profound to fucking say about it. I just needed to do this. So, but I want to point something out here that could be profound. Is that we're looking at Mercury, which is at this point right now, or tonight at 1 degree. And we want to point out something here. It's official. It was official this morning. I'm tripping. So, yeah. Did I do this right? Anyway, we have a Mercury-Saturn sextile that's happening, and this has happened before, and this is the second time this has happened. It's happening right now. I think it's just as important as the solstice, these connections that Mercury retrograde is making to certain planets, as the connection I'm making right now to you, Kate Louise. Happy winter solstice to you. And in chat, so let's say that and point that out. We got a cool Saturn-Mercury sextile, and that could be profound on a deeper way of the Saturn in Pisces concentrated vision that it brings and the structure to corral. And it's the ruler of Mercury in Capricorn. Even though it's retrograde, we have a nice, great sextile happening here. And they'll say some mutual reception-y type of stuff. But whatever the case is, I don't really care about technicals right now. What I care about is spontaneity. I care about living on the edge. I care about taking chances. And then I also care about looking at situations that need tradition and structure so I can't take the chances. They need each other. Mercury here is going into the sun, and which is going to happen tomorrow. And I'll review. I know some of you watching this can be like third time I'm effing talking about this, but I just need to do a stream before I disappear for a bunch of days. So there you go. You have a Saturn. Mercury sextile. Hold up. I got to do something. And the second time that this is happening, it's actually good timing, literally. It's in the sense of like the time that Saturn rules mortality and time, and it be ruling Capricorn and Mercury being in Capricorn. There's something about the Saturn Mercury sextile that I think sets up timing itself, and also a nice type of contemplation that Saturn brings in Pisces to Mercury. And so, a lot of times we can use something like this, especially in the space. I can go back now. Especially in the space of like we're contemplating. It's the end of the year. What happened this past year, or what's going to happen next year? So we got this contemplative, focused sense of mind with Saturn and Mercury sextiling each other, and the benefits that come from something like that, and having that kind of space and moment for a focused contemplation with no pressure and no stress. So, because there's plenty of that during the holidays, that's for sure. So we got this great thing here. And so basically, if I show you here, I'd sure like to get to the slide action. You will see here that the first time this happened was December 2nd, when we had the first Mercury sextile Saturn in Pisces as 1 degree Capricorn. You see what's happening here? And then officially it happens today at 2 degrees. Even though on the screen it was 1, it was at 2 earlier today. That's where it happened. So we have this interesting review of the first time Mercury and Saturn connected at 1-2 degrees. Wasn't that long ago. It was 20 days ago or something like that. And you could see here up on the screen that it's going to happen again after Mercury stations forward on January 1st and eventually goes through Sagittarius again, the final degrees of Sagittarius in the Capricorn on January 18th. It'll be at 4 degrees, and then we have the third Mercury Saturn sextile. So what I'm saying to you is, you got anything in cardinal degrees that are between 1 and 4 degrees cardinal, which is Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. If you have anything at early degree Pisces, this is big. Many of you, if you're watching this, if you're, I can't believe I would say this. If you, listen, I'll be straight up. I got my YouTube analytics, the best analytics in the game, by the way. The best analytics that you will get, better than the TikTok, Instagram analytics. YouTube analytics is incredible when you got a YouTube channel, what you could do and see. In the analytics, my biggest, what do they call it, demographic is 30-something to 40-something-ish. And then it goes 50 to whatever. The pre-30 and to mid-20 whatever, 20-something, I'm trying to gain those followers. I have to do things here in the next year where I'm going to make videos and stuff that's going to do this. And will I jump the shark? I'm going to break the 3rd, 4th, 5th walls of this shit, and I am going to go there. So, saying that, some of those people who are 26, 27 to 30 here are going through Saturn returns. The first ones with Saturn and Pisces or have something early degree Saturn here. You're actually affected by this Mercury Saturn sextile, and it's actually an amazing, great thing to use and utilize considering what you've been through this year with the first ingress into Saturn and Pisces. It went retrograde, went all the way to 6-7 degrees, and went all the way back to 0. Not too long ago, it stationed forward, and here we are where we have some great aspects that are happening, even if it's a retrograde Mercury, and we know that it's going to do it the 3rd time here on the 18th at 4 degrees. So that's happening right now today. I'm checking out what you're doing there, Linda. So he's doing a solstice stream over there. I know he is. He's probably, his mind's popping. So saying that, that's what's up. Now let's get to another something here, just to point something out. Tonight, this is the solstice chart actually, so you could see the 0 degree entry of the Capricorn Sun. And I want to say here that right before that happens, it's like, well, it already happened, is the Taurus moon at 0 degrees. I think this is cool to have a Saturn-Mercury connection the way we do, to have a Taurus moon come in for one of the major pinnacle points, at least for me and a lot of people who celebrate probably the solstices more than like Christmas and all this stuff. It's really about the solstice and the equinoxes and the midpoints in between, okay, for a lot of us. So to have this entry with a beautiful, grounded, yummy Taurus moon that is ruled by this other secret yumminess that is Venus and Scorpio, which is opposite, and we had the exact Venus-Uranus opposition last night. It's definitely still around. That this is how we start the solstice. I like it. Can I go look at the chart and find other BS with it? I can. But, you know, for the basic core points of why I came on here, we got a Saturn-Mercury thing, and Mercury's going to the sun. And then we have Venus and Uranus opposite. Man, that could be kinky, whatever. Definitely some breakups, maybe some stuff coming out of the blue and relationship stuff if you're affected by this. You have the stuff in fixed degrees, or just a new way of looking at relationships, and that's the kind of the theme and the model that's going on of having to turn it on its head, the relationship structure of Venus and Scorpio, and to bring in something new with Uranus and to liberate Venus in Scorpio from the fixedness and the stubbornness that it could do in relational structures, and Uranus can set this off. It could bring fun and exhilaration. Get off. So that's what's up, Moon and Taurus. Okay, so officially, happy solstice. For those watching later, great point of the year. I hope wherever you are, yes, happy solstice to you, Earth Star, to wherever you are in the world. And I hope I'm catching people in other parts of the world, that you take the time and the space to acknowledge this beautiful, perfectly symmetrical thing that we're living in, that Western astrology is based on. 12 months, 4 seasons, taking precession into account and all this. That's how we roll. That's how we do Western astrology. That's how we're living. 12 months, 12 signs. It's beautiful. What the hell would my life be without this stuff? I don't know. I'm sure I would be fine. But that's the only reality I know and what we know. And so we celebrate it. We are intertwined constantly with scheduling, with timing and all this shit. But we are constantly engaged with nature. It is not separated from us. And even though, the hell am I? Even though I think in the beginning of Western civilization, and some of this you could read about from Richard Tarnas's book Cosmos and Psyche in the beginning of the book, because it was like Western civilization came, Copernicus basically floated the thing out of like, we're not the center of the universe, like we revolve around the sun like the other planets do, and that means that we stepped out, and there's an amazing amount of stuff that's happened since then. Everything's happened since then. And we became more scientific, more theory and improving of theory. And if you could prove something with theory, it's science and it's proven. Okay. Wouldn't be able to do the stream if we didn't have this shit. It also did separate us from nature. And I think about this every week. It's on my mind constantly. I separate myself. I'm on a computer all the time, separated. Got to go outside. Got to touch the tree. I got to smell the Pacific Northwest rain and mud. These things. I don't want to be separated. As a matter of fact, when I forget that I'm separated, I'm unhappy or something's going on. I got to go do that. I need to reintegrate. So what I'm saying to you is we never fully have separated. And we are always, it's the gift of being here, is to be intertwined with our senses in the universe. The known seen universe and what our senses do with nature itself, and how we are never truly separated, and how we always call back to that if we are, to what happens when you're there and how you then transcend. And it's actually, I think, the transcendence that is actually being in nature. It's transcendence there. It's always there. So it's how we're engaging with it in the moments that we have of transcendence. But I think it's always effing there. Okay? So I want to say hi to Noel in chat, and to those who've joined, Alex D, and others of you watching. I want to say happy solstice to you. Hydra Knots, yay. But, that's what's on my mind. And to me, I am this mystery that we're living in, and the intricateness and the perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. Seasons, 12 months. Happy solstice. You get to be by a fire today, go do it. If you are in the southern hemisphere and it's warm and the sun's glowing, please send some of that my way. I need sun on my face. I feel it. Whatever the case is, I come from a place of, inherently, I do. We all do. A place of love and depth. I'm a spiritual dude. Always. So that's where I come. And when I say this to you, I do this, what I call the quickest astrology solstice live stream. If 1/10 of my ideas come up here on these streams, you don't even know. I need a team. I need a team of creators. Can you do this, do that? It's tomorrow on December 22nd here, 10:54 a.m. Then now we lead into the incredible Mercury Sun conjunction Cazimi that's going to happen at 0 degree point. It's part of the solstice. It's not separated, okay? Now you see why I did this stream. We're not separated. The Mercury Sun conjunction is not separated from the solstice that's happening later on tonight. It's not. It's there. I think this is so interesting and great that we're ending the year this way. We have this crystallized vision of Mercury going into the sun, and it's part of the end of the beginning of the season, the end of one season, the beginning. It's poignant to me. And so I do whatever that is. Take what you want from that. But there it is. Mercury at 0 degrees, Sun at 0 degrees. I definitely have something I'm going to be trying to do tomorrow at that point. I'm not streaming. I'm not going to be around my gear. But listen, I'm going to put myself on. Can I put a newsletter out? Can I do it? I haven't done a newsletter in two months. Can I put a newsletter out here tonight? I'm going to have to do it. If it is, maybe it's one sentence in my face. I don't know. I'm going to do something. It's public. Now I have to do it. So, Amandita, hello. Happy solstice to you many times. I have no choice but to be by a fire today. Amandita says lots of candles. Electricity's been out for 4 days. Wow. Well, talk about contemplation in a silent place with candles. I hope that comes back on for you. I don't know what part of the world you're in. If you're in Northern Hemisphere, then it could be chilly. So I hope electricity comes back to you. NZ Beer Babe, happy solstice to you. Say hi to the sun for me. Safe travels to you. Noel, being kind in chat. So basically, there's the Mercury Sun conjunction that's going to happen tomorrow. That's happening there. Again, I'm just reiterating stuff I did on my past streams. This is happening. Where the hell am I? Oh, there. I got the wrong calendar in front of me. I'm already looking a year ahead. That's the astrologer's life. So 10:53 a.m. Pacific, Mercury conjunct the Sun. Great moment during the Mercury retrograde cycle, and it's at 10:17 p.m. about 12 hours later that we have this happen. And I'm just repeating what I've done. That's good. And here we have now then Mercury will leave and go through the sun and go back to 29 degrees Sagittarius. And then we go into, I think, we start to slowly go through the tough parts of the Mercury retrograde here all the way into January 1st, because we're going to have a couple aspects that happen. The connection to Neptune is going to happen. There's a couple other things. So let's say that, let me do what I worked so hard on one night, is to have the slides. There's the sextile that's happening there. These, nope, we did this. We're going to have this happen. We're going to have the square Neptune here on the 26th and 27th to 2 degrees, which is in several days. If you're paying attention here, that is wrong. January 8th, it's 25 degrees Capricorn, it should be. No, it's Sagittarius actually. But this particular December 26th, 27th at 22 degrees when the Mercury square happens, actually, and this is part of the reason why I'm doing this stream. I'm 25 minutes in. I'm still doing okay. Has to do with something else I want to show here, and it has to do with the full moon here that's going to happen here on Tuesday, at least where I am at 4:33 p.m. Pacific. On the 26th is the full moon in Cancer. And we will point that out here because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a video on this. There it is at 4 degrees. There's the 4-degree Capricorn Sun. We could see Mercury at 25 degrees. And now we see that square that's to Neptune here for the full moon lunation that happens. And so I think here we've had a good Mercury retrograde so far, and we have a great day today with the solstice. We have a great Mercury-Sun conjunction in Capricorn, and as soon as Mercury goes on 10 hours later into Sagittarius, we start to enter the realm of Mercury square Neptune, and then we get to the full moon. This all happens the day after Christmas. Palmer Paints, Pete Palmer Paints, good to see you in chat, and Ontological Blue, it's chilly here. Oh, you're in New Zealand? Yeah, it's chilly. I hope it warms up. What's up, Seffi G? So that's what's up. This is the full moon that's going to happen. The moon being in Cancer where it belongs. This is the past, emotional connections, processing, ancestry, home, family, parents at times, blah, blah, blah. It's all during the holidays for a lot of people. And then we got a Neptune-Mercury square. It's like people are saying stuff. It's outlandish. Is it real or not? It's lies. Stuff's coming up from the past in conversations. It's like one person's view and the other person's view, and they got a completely different view of the situation, and it's coming out through Mercury in the words in Sagittarius. It might be accentuated and over the top because Mars here is conjunct. It's coming to a conjunction with Mercury, so it's really driving in like the more deeper philosophical truth somebody's saying within these conversations, and it might be totally imaginatory and extravagant. And we have to be careful and know this, right? But in conversations like this with a heavy moon like this, it's trying to get to like the past is going to come up, and what someone's feeling and what they've been storing for a while, let's say, and it comes up through the Mercury and Sagittarius realm. This is part of the imprint of this, and you could see how weird it could get. Hello, Erica. Good to see you in chat. Happy solstice to you. So part of the reason why I want to do this stream is because I think I might be on the road. I won't have my gear. I might try to still do a video from my phone or something, but I just wanted to note this. This full moon that's happening on Tuesday, 4:33 p.m. Pacific. I will clear this out. I need to do something on my end here. Basically, we got an exact Neptune. Let's do it again. Here's the full moon, 4. Here's Sun. Here's Neptune at 25. Here's Mercury and Mars, and they're squaring each other right here, okay? So, saying that, besides that, we do have this going on. I think that could help. It's Jupiter in Taurus that is trining the Sun. In Capricorn, it's applying. So we have this here in the interesting way. We could, by saying that, we are looking at the ruler of this. And here's the Venus in Scorpio still. You notice something here. I passed it up a little bit. But Mercury, and it's square to Neptune with Mars, is just deceiving. But you have the help of a couple other things here with this lunation. Full moon. You have Jupiter trine the Sun. Venus rules the Jupiter in Taurus, and Venus, you could see here, just trine with Neptune. And that happened the day before on the 25th at 9:14 a.m. We have the Venus trine Neptune, and it's still around here. So Neptune's actually an interesting anchor point in the full moon that's going to happen on Tuesday. And Neptune, because of what it does with Venus and what it does with Mercury here. So take the Venus route if possible. You see how this Venus and Scorpio transit's cool? Even though it's I've been opposite Uranus and it did its opposition to Jupiter in the beginning. It's like Venus and Scorpio kind of helping out this month. They don't get the credit. I give you the credit. I'm into it. I'm always into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like here we have that on the full moon. Watch the words. The I love yous could be, are they real or not? The arguments, the stuff from the past, whatever. We got to be careful with Mercury, Neptune, but we do have Venus and Scorpio, which in the end comes back to this place because Mars rules it. So the truth is there. And Scorpio, Venus and Scorpio wants to get to the one-on-one intimate truth, the rawness of it all, regardless of how intense it is or if it's happy or sad or whatever. It wants that because it needs to walk through that. And so, we have an interesting full moon that's happening on Tuesday. And I just wanted to note this chart on the quickest solstice live stream ever made. So I want to get to chat here. Moon Sprout, good to see you. Stephanie Clutterer says, I appreciate you. I've been trying to understand what the heck is going on. I'm not laughing at you, Stephanie. I'm laughing because in the conversations I've had in my private life and with other astrologers this last week, that is the number one thing I've heard. I seem scattered. I just need a break. I just need a break. We might get a little bit of a break in the beginning of January, by the way. So Stephanie says, been trying to understand what the hell is going on. Heck is going on. I understand the components, but not fully to put it together. Okay. Sarah. Hello, Sarah Meemkin. What would my life be without this? Yeah, thank you. Francis W. is getting quiet, realizing there really is guidance through the darkness. There is, Francis. Thank you. Francis says, for being one of those guides, anyone else's dream world has been significant lately. Yes, it has. Mine this week, has been there. So let us point out again the full moon that happens on December 26th, 4:33 p.m. That's Pacific time. I mentioned the Jupiter-Sun trine, the Jupiter sextile. Oh, how can I forget this? We can't forget this. Let's start over again. Not start over. We also have Jupiter on a full moon that is sextiling exactly the moon in Cancer. See what's up is happening. It's funny here because it's like we have this full moon in Capricorn or in Cancer, but if we're looking at the rest of the chart, we have major Sagittarius Mercury weirdness happening, and it's ruled by Jupiter. So we're coming to this Neptune-Jupiter thing, and Jupiter does trine the sun and sextile the moon. So you have the bases there. This is where you want to go. You want to go water in the chart, and water and earth. The fire and water part is the hard part, okay? So we're looking at this chart many different ways, and hold on a second. I did Neptune square Mars, Neptune trine Venus in this chart. Mars is trining the nodes. We can't forget about that. And we have Saturn trine Moon. It's coming back to the water. So Saturn's also trining the Moon. We also have Jupiter sextiling the Moon. Okay? This is good. We just got to be careful of this part. And these two together of what's happening. Whoa, no. It's an arrow, Nicholas. So yeah, that's what's happening there on the lunation here. Isabella, happy solstice to you. Anybody that's joining in, how many people I got? 43 without telling anybody? Man, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky, you guys. I'm so lucky. I'm grateful for you. Whether you're here live or not, I'm really thankful for how you people can go on the fly with me and jump in. So, again, I wanted to talk about today what's happening right now is the Mercury sextile Saturn and Pisces. Great place to, clean place to contemplate, and compute. And the clarity that comes through a Mercury-Saturn sextile. We have the solstice tonight, or where I am. Happy solstice. Friday, tomorrow, we have the amazing Mercury-Sun conjunction that's going to happen. 10 hours later, whatever it is, or I don't know if I'm right about that, Mercury's going to go into Sagittarius. Then we start doing the tougher stuff. And then we get to this, what you see on the screen here, full moon that's going to happen in Cancer on Tuesday. Do I keep going? No, I do not keep going because I have to keep going in my life and I have to get on the road. So remember on the day, the 26th is the full moon. The 27th is Sun trine Neptune, Mercury conjunct Mars. That's all I will say. I will, that's what I want to do. Alex D, sometimes it's nice to know the forecast to watch out for arguments. Other times you just watch the words leave your mouth anyway. That's exactly what's could happen here. In the meantime, get your words straight today with a Saturn Mercury sextile, and then the Cazimi and the conjunction that happens with Mercury Sun here tomorrow. You want to put an intention out there for yourself. If you have planets at 0 degrees cardinal, for anybody who's got Mercury in Capricorn, it's a big moment we're going into here for yourself, into the conjunction with the Sun. Yeah, Kate Louise, Kazemi trines my point of fortune 0. Okay, cool. Yeah, remember, Kate, you're talking about the Kazemi trines your point of your fortune at 0 degrees Taurus. Remember, the moon is going to be on that point in Taurus right now. So Joseph Murray says your hat looks like scorpion tails. What's up, Joseph? Happy solstice to you. So yeah, that's what's up. All right, now before I leave, on my version of the quickest live stream, I want to read something to you. It's one of my favorite things. I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to drop to a link of a version of a video on this in the chat. If I got to go to this different place to do this, I'll drop this link here for you to watch when I'm done. And it is it's a Christmas poem. This was by Neil Gaiman, right? And it's called Nicholas Was. That's the way one say. In the video, the link I sent you in the chat is a video version of this. It's incredible. I wish I could play it up on screen, but I don't want to risk copyright. So I just check out the link, and it's like this. I'm not going to do this justice, and I'm not the biggest Christmas celebrator. I'm a solstice celebrator, but I really like this. Nicholas was older than sin, and his beard could grow no whiter. He wanted to die. The dwarfish natives of the Arctic caverns did not speak his language, but conversed in their own twittering tongue, conducted incomprehensible rituals when they were not actually working in the factories. Once a year, they forced him sobbing and protesting into the endless night. And during the journey, he would stand near every child in the world, leave one of the dwarves' invisible gifts by its bedside. The children slept, frozen into time. He envied Prometheus and Loki, Sisyphus and Judas. His punishment was harsher. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. One of my favorite holiday poems. I got to give a shout out to Rick Levine, who years ago, Rick's got a tradition of Christmas and holiday stuff with astrology. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up on Instagram. I'm like, dude, do a video. Can you do some of your stuff? I know he's far away in India. Rick, if you're somehow watching, man, shout out to you, brother. I'm gonna say what's up. Happy solstice to you. And again, you could check out a great version, an animated stop motion version someone did to Neil's poem here on the link that is so beautiful here. And I'll put it one more time in the chat. So Jay Peterson, I'm very grateful for you too. Thank you for saying that. For everybody watching and is going to watch later, happy solstice to you. I'm going to do my thing the next couple days. And hey, Aesthetic Delta, Rick was just watching his stuff earlier. Cool. Yeah, man. And I just want to say what's up to everybody. Have a good next couple days. I might jump in and do something for the full moon off my phone. And I have some decisions to make in the next 24 hours for myself about if I could pull some stuff off before the New Year's for YouTube. I don't know if I can. What is most important to me is that I make the best of today, the solstice, and the best of the Mercury-Sun conjunction. For everything that the path that I've walked the last couple of years, I make the best of it. And I hope you do too. Okay? So, saying that, see you later. Oh, maybe I should put this image like there, like that one, and do this. Happy solstice to you, Moon Sprout and Aesthetic Delta. Have a great holiday.